you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're having a great, amazing morning. It's Coffee with Shanda. I am excited. All right, so welcome you guys. I am drinking, what am I drinking? I am drinking hot water and cinnamon. Like I have a cinnamon stick in here. It's awesome. Good morning, you guys. How are you doing? Awesome. So we'll let a few more people get on here, and then we'll start rocking it this morning. So I want to talk to you guys about a really dangerous thing that happens in our life, which is called wasting time. And we only have so much time on this planet. Let's not waste it. So I want to talk a little bit about that in relationship to building a business, having a great family. I had a conversation with my assistant yesterday, and we were talking about just different things that she's facing inside of growing her position inside the company. And I was saying to her, let me just see something real quick. Yes. Just making sure our Instagram guys are good. Good. Okay, I was saying to her, how do I explain this? I was saying to her, I guess, let me just back up. She was saying to me how I kind of operate a little bit like Superwoman, which I don't at all. But in her opinion, what I get done in a day is just incredible. And I will tell you, there's nobody inside my company, including our new client success manager, like all these crazy different positions we have to bring into Heartcore to be able to support and take care of our clients. But all of them always say that I'm the busiest woman they've ever met. And I don't actually like that comment. However, what they will also tell you is that I take off a ton of time, right? So have you ever gone on vacation, and when you go on vacation, you get like a ton of stuff done? It's like, you're like, God, I was so productive the week before I went on vacation, right? And so imagine if you operated that like that every single week. And that's how I operate every single week. It's like I'm going on vacation, because I probably am, right? Like 2 weeks out of every quarter, I'm going away somewhere, which is actually less time than I normally used to take off. I used to take off the last week of every single month, and I did that for just over 3 years. And so imagine only working 3-week months. You've got to get really productive inside your business. So I had this aha moment yesterday, and I was out on my patio, which on my patio, the ocean is right there. It's beautiful. The tide's out right now. People are running the beach, or a couple people. It's just a really cool atmosphere. And I realized that I've lived here like basically almost 5 years, like just over 4 years. And 3 of them I've been with my husband, who was my boyfriend, and then my fiance. And what I realized is that I've always wanted to put a little bench, like a small bench that I can look through. Like my patio is glass, so I can look through my patio and look at the ocean and like drink my hot water and cinnamon, and just enjoy it, read a book, read the Bible, read a book, whatever it is that I'm into right then. But like I've always wanted to do that, and I've always put it off because Ash and I were going to find a house, we were going to buy a house. Do you guys know this story in your own life? It's like you're not doing something right now because of the fact that you're moving, or you're not staying, or you don't want to own the space or whatever. And here's what I've got to say to that. I have wasted like 4 years of my life of beautiful moments not sitting on the patio because either myself or somebody else have actually, agreed with me that the fact that why should we put in the effort, right? And I see this with my clients. Like right now, I'll tell you 2 quick stories that don't beat this story, okay? And if you are, let yourself off the hook and don't beat yourself up. But like right now, I'm giving away my Porsche to my clients, and they have an opportunity to do 3 things to win my Porsche. And one of them is growing their business, obviously, because I want them to make more money. Another one has to do with teaching them presentation skills by doing a video for me. And another one is actually writing a 100-word essay to learn how to write compelling stories, right? And so it's all designed to help them. However, out of almost, 700 people didn't get to enter, which is another thing. Like the lottery has millions of people playing it, right? Inside my company, there's only a handful of people. I have 700 clients right now. And I think that two, four, let's just say, let's just say, let's just say 400 or just over 400 were given an opportunity to play this contest, which means that your odds are pretty good at winning. But only out of 400 people, only like just over 100 people ever even registered to play. And I just share that with you because, you know, if you don't try, if you don't put in the effort, you know, you miss out on things like sitting in front of the ocean and cuddling up on a couch and having a beautiful moment that adds so much value to your life, right? And so what would be the value if every single one of my clients played? Whether or not you think you can win or you don't, that's irrelevant. Like growing a business, it's like your dreams keep getting bigger, and I keep getting bolder with my dreams, and I hope you do too. But as you get bolder with your dreams, you don't really know if you can do it. You don't really know, but you actually don't even allow that thought into your head. Like, it doesn't matter if you don't know. It doesn't matter. That's not what's important. What's important is that you show up every day to the starting line and you go after it as if there's a possibility that it can happen for you, right? So imagine if you played your life that way. Imagine if you stopped worrying about what you can and can't do or what's possible for you, and you actually just said, I declare this and I'm going to go after it, and you stop wasting time not doing things because it's not worth your effort. You are worth every ounce of effort of anything you want. I am worth the fact that I should have just went to even Pier 1 Imports and just bought a cheap little thing for my patio to sit on and look at the ocean. Do you know what I mean? And there's another thing, like I was going to buy this beautiful chandelier for over my table that you guys can see. If you guys are on Facebook, you can see, on Instagram, you probably can. You can see my beautiful table over there that I went and I spent all this money on getting a tree from like Bali and having it like an artist create like a beautiful trunk for this glass table, and bought these beautiful chairs from Restoration Hardware. And then there's that stupid little light. You guys see it? That stupid little light that hangs over. And you know I didn't change it because I was moving. So I'm outing myself. And normally I would out myself and nobody would hear about it, and I would just change the way I'm showing up, right? And that's how I course correct throughout the year. It's like, it's not about like, I'm not an idiot, you're not an idiot because we've done this stuff. It's not worth beating yourself up. In fact, you know, an amateur, there's a difference between an amateur and a pro. An amateur will beat themselves up. An amateur will actually, and then they'll tell all their friends about the fact that they're hard on themselves. That's not a winning attitude, right? A winning attitude is like, shit, I got stuff all the time. Like, my life is never going to exceed my personal development, right? You're not good. I'm not good, meaning that there's always space for us to improve. This is why when you stop doing personal development, you say, I've just done a lot. You are the one who needs it the most, right? That's an indicator that you need to get back into a training room, or you need to, you know, read another transformational book, or maybe hire somebody to work with your spirituality, right? It's like, come on, you guys. Like, there's always things. Perfection is just not real. So if you want to make a ton of money growing a business, because what I help is entrepreneurs, I am a stand for no one ever having a reason why money prevents you from taking action in your life, right? You get to donate, you get to tithe, you get to take whatever flights you want, wherever you want to go in the world. You get to drive whatever car you want and not feel guilty about it. You get to buy nice clothes. You get to go shopping. We just went shopping and spent, my stylist just spent a couple $1,000s on clothes for me over a couple days. That shit is fun, and everybody should have it. Right? And guiltlessly have it. Like, everybody should guiltlessly have it. You know, the Bible was written by rich people. Pay attention to the scripture. It was written by rich people. It wasn't written by broke-ass people. So don't take your advice by broke-ass people. The worst thing that I ever get was when people reach out to me and say, hey, Shanda, I want to build a business, but I can't afford you yet. Can you give me some advice on a cheaper coach? Okay, yeah, I can. Totally. You know what I mean? And I actually know some really good cheaper coaches. However, they're still not going to get you there quicker than I'm going to get you there. Right? And so now you have to start thinking about, where are you investing your time? Where are you investing your money? Are you still holding back, waiting for a better day to do it? Right? Are you still waiting back? Even, let's just talk about your business, investing in your business. Like, you know you need to invest in your business, but you're still holding off. Okay, you're costing yourself money, right? Like I said to my nanny yesterday, she wants to buy a car, and it's about $2,600 over her budget. I was like, call your dad, call your mom. I can't do that. Okay. First of all, you should. I think she should have went through the stretch. I was like, call your best friend. Call the guy that's selling the car and ask him for a payment plan. It doesn't matter if the opportunity or the offer isn't what is being presented to you. What matters is that you do what it takes to get it, no matter what, right? Like, you negotiate the deal of your life to get what you want in life, so that you get what you want in life. And if the answer is no, figure out another way. Powerful men who chase a woman know this, right? Like, they know this because they don't take no for an answer. Well, you know what? Not tonight is not tonight. That means that there's a possibility for tomorrow, right? And so we can, us women, we can learn from that. Us men who are shut down and have lost our ambition, we can learn from that. It's about really figuring out, what do you need to make it happen. So right now, I got rid of all my beautiful white couches inside my house. I did this about a year ago. And I did buy beautiful couches. I bought some beautiful couches from Restoration Hardware. If you guys know that store, it's a great store. My new house that we're building is completely Restoration Hardware. But I bought brown couches, brown, big, oversized leather brown couches, so that my husband would feel comfortable on them, and still, instead of these like really like feminine white couches. Not that white is feminine, but my couch was very feminine. And I had glass furniture everywhere that went out because my son was starting to walk. I didn't want him to fall and hit the they were sharp corners. So that went, right? And so now I have no kitchen, no coffee table, and I have no beautiful carpet. My satin silk carpet that matched the other couches is actually at my husband's office. So I was like, shit, I'm like left with like shambles in my beautiful beachfront condo. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going to change all of this. Because as you start to recognize that you're waiting for a better day, it's like working out or being on a diet. The minute you allow yourself to slip, it's a downward cycle, right? So the minute you allow yourself to settle for average or okay, it's a downward cycle, right? And so you've got to nip these things in the bud, and you can typically see them in the way that you're operating in your regular life. I want to share something with you. I'm actually going on my computer really quickly. Just to make sure. Okay, I want to share something to you. I asked somebody who is a peer of mine, and he's on the Inc. 500, great friend of mine, and I asked him about, how do you find A-type people, like A-type meaning the best, to work inside your company, and then how do you know when you actually have an A-type person? And I'm only going to read one part of this for you. He said, so he gave me some options on the topic, how do you find them? But this is what I thought was amazing, and I'm actually going to put it out in a newsletter because I think it's so good. It's so well spoken. And ask yourself, are you being an A-type person or a B-type person? So the question is how to know when you have a really great person. I think it's subjective to most things. This is what he wrote to me. I think it's subjective to most things. But one thing I see universally is great people, when you give them a directive, you can count on them to get it done, and they get it done well. Average people will toil, like they'll play around with it, and they'll ask a bunch of questions. They'll come back with a bunch of crap, do average work, and really only take it 90% of the way, leaving the final 10% for somebody else to button up. So just like hear that for a second. He said, I don't know how to turn an average person into an A player. He goes, it is very possible that maybe we need to figure out better training and development programs. That's somebody responsible, which is why he has a very successful business. He's open to the possibility that they could get better inside their company. However, he'd love to give a B-type player a chance to turn into an A-type player. He just has never figured out how to do that. But, and then he goes on to say, but you know how it is. Sometimes you know what you have with somebody, meaning that sometimes you meet them. Like we just had a new hire come onto our company. I barely have had, they're two new hires. I barely have had to even talk to them. I barely have had to even talk to them about what they're up to. They have already gotten to work, handled things, and delivered on their promise, right? I have other people that I've had to sit down with and have multiple meetings with just to have them feel better, right? And so I ask you, first of all, are you showing up as an A-type player or are you showing up as a B-type player? If you're showing up as a B-type player because you're shut down, frustrated, or pissed off, then change your attitude, go do some personal development, and shift things and become an A player. Okay? Because whether you're the CEO of your company or you're working for somebody else's company, if you want to make more money, you have to become an A player. I said to somebody yesterday in my company, I said, please seriously consider whether or not this is a vision for you. Because if I give you work and you push back and you don't feel like you can do it, then I want you to be happy, right? Not a bad thing on their standpoint. I want them to be happy. It's very rare that you have an employee that can go more than 2 gross with you, meaning that, and that I got from the owner of Infusionsoft, they scaled to a $100 million company pretty quickly, and now they're growing from there. It's very rare that somebody will grow 2 seasons with you inside a business, right? Hopefully inside of a marriage, you're actually doing personal development together so that you're scaling together, right? But inside, and this comes down to even the entrepreneur. I mean, I have a friend who, she has a huge company. And I remember when she started as a real estate agent. And she hired somebody to take her out at one point because her company outgrew her ability to run it, right? And so she backed herself into a negotiation position inside the company. She's still the CEO, but she's not the chief operating officer. So all big dreams. These are all big dreams, right? But you would be surprised because I'm facing them now inside my company, and I'm literally just going into the 7th year of my company. My point is if you put your head down and work, you too can absolutely be in whatever position you want, and you will be at some point facing these decisions. So, all right, you guys. Hey, you guys on Instagram. I hope you're doing great. I'm just looking down. Sorry, you guys. I'm not ignoring you, but just give me 1 second. I want to say hi to Instagram. Yes, why should a person deny themselves of something they want as long as it's done, as long as it does not physically harm someone else? Totally. I agree, 100%. Awesome. Somebody else on Instagram says, what is this about? Just so you know, I do coffee with Shanda at Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, California time. And it's really my opportunity to be able to give back. I've grown a business called Heartcore Business. And a lot of it is really about the fact of my intention to help you build more wealth inside your life in the way of being an entrepreneur or creating a business on the side. Awesome. Okay, so you guys, it is about 20 after. I hope that this was a success for you. I do know that we gave away, let me see, yesterday we gave away, I don't know where it is, but I know yesterday my assistant actually tapped somebody on the shoulder and gave them a $700 consultation with my stylist, which means that somebody, congratulations, whoever it was, I haven't seen this morning, but I gave her 2 people to look at, and she picked one of the 2, so I don't know which one she chose. But with that being said, awesome. Somebody got to win a really cool opportunity to work with Carla. So much love. Have a fantastic day, you guys. Rock it out. It is Friday, so I will not be back until Monday. And so, yeah, so we'll see you Monday morning, 6 a.m. Coffee with Shanda. Talk to your higher self. Have an amazing day. Don't settle for less and rock it out. All right, you guys.